Who is speaking?
She has been asking. Ma'am, in the center, please.
Guruji, I follow your interviews on YouTube and they are an immense source of guidance and strength. Guruji, my question to you today is, can we choose and change the course of our destiny, or are we captives in a pre-chartered path? If yes, how?
By that question, I'm sorry, but by that question you're insulting the forces. They are here to take the destiny of this nation where we want.
Yes.
They are not there to sit there and think fate will take us where it takes us. No, to take the course of this nation where we want. That is why the forces, that is why many other forces inside the country also, not just the security forces, various other forces of business and enterprise and everything is towards taking our destiny into our hands. When you do not take your destiny into your hands, you think it's your fate. Yes, it is. We must understand this. This is one culture. This is the one and only culture in the entire world which has taught you for a long time that your life is your karma. What this means is, your life is your making. But unfortunately, somebody turned such a dynamic way of living into a fatalistic existence, your karma from somewhere it's coming. No, no. Karma means action, your action. Karma means, when you say my life is my karma, it means I am the maker of my life. This is the only culture. I want you to understand this is a godless culture. Never in this culture have we told you there is one God sitting up there and managing everything for you. We always told you your life is your karma. We have 33 million gods and goddesses, but we know the technology of God making. For different aspects of life, to open different windows into existence, we created different deities. In every village, they created their own deity. You have heard, there are any number of examples, I am a living example, but unless it comes from the West, it is not true, If not from United States, at least it must come half the way from Greenwich Mean Time, otherwise it cannot be true. You heard of Ramanujam for sure. So, in early 20th century, he simply poured out mathematics. Many dimensions of mathematics that he poured out, even today they're still analyzing. Some of them described the black holes in the space, in the galaxies. When he wrote these mathematical formulas, there was no concept of black hole in the scientific community. See, always there is a concept, then there is a theory, and then the mathematics. But when there was no concept, no theory, he made mathematics for the black holes. Even on his deathbed, he was sitting and pouring out mathematics. So they asked, where does this come from? He said, my Devi, the Devi that I worship, she bleeds mathematics. So these were deities which were created to open a certain window into the existence. And we created various kinds of deities. If you want protection, one kind, if you want love, another kind, if you want wealth, another kind. Like this, various deities we created to open up that dimension. It's just… see, if you do not know this, in South it is still… this terminology is still there. We call the deities still yantras. The word yantra literally means a machine. Today we have various kinds of machines. We have a microphone. Why? Only because we can speak, we came up with a microphone, isn't it so? If we had no speech, would we come up with a microphone? We came up with a bicycle. Why? Only because we are mobile, we can walk, we came up with a bicycle and every other automobile. Every machine that you have created is only an extension of your existing faculties. So similarly, we created subjective machines. So, for extending our faculties, to be able to do something that we ourselves could not do with our own limbs, See, you cannot travel at 100 kilometers per hour by yourself. Today you can sit in a car and go. You can go at 800 kilometers per hour on an airplane or more. So these are machines created by us, but they do things that we could not do ourselves. So similarly, we created subjective machines which we called as yantras or deities or murtis, which could do what we could not do. We have always… this is the only culture which has been conscious, God is our making. Everywhere else, this awareness has not been there, but unfortunately, we've gotten into this mode of fatalistic way of looking at our karma. Karma means the most dynamic way to exist, that is, my life is my making.
Guruji, Shashat Pranam, post-truth era.